Hello, hello, hello. How are we? How is everybody? Wow. What a week it was last week. Wasn't going to be on last week. Absolutely no chance. Saying that, this time last week I didn't even know I broke my foot. But broken fingers. My foot is in this thing, which is this big ass boot, which isn't the most comfortable, but it keeps my feet in one place, and the fifth metatarsal's busted. So yeah, I'm off for 6 weeks. I can still work from home for some of the stuff. Not all of it, but, essentials. And that's the main. But yeah, other than that, I am minus one car, and I have to go car hunting. I did have a letter today saying that confirming how much they offered me for my car, which is, I was expecting probably a little less in one way. But, my car was very low mileage. So, it was a 10-year-old car. It had done 60,000 miles. So, an average of 6,000 miles is very low these days. So, foot, hand, stomach, although that's sort of started healing up now. I'm still getting pains on my chest, but I was desperate to get all my stuff out of the car, and what did I forget? Well, my OCD kicks in and says what I've forgotten and what I've left in the car, so I'm going to have to ring him up tomorrow and say, any chance of just giving the car once over? So my 4mm pod for this, which I'm going to do a review of, is still in the car somewhere. The back of my Asmodus Lustro is still there. Or it must be. It's not yet. I've looked everywhere. And I left a couple of quid in the... the little pot where you keep your money in the car. I'm sure I left some money in there as well. So hopefully I'll be able to check it out tomorrow and get the bits that I need. At the end of the day, don't really need the back for this thing. But, anybody else has got a dead Lustro, let me know. Be nice to be able to just completely reshell the entire thing. Or maybe I can... I don't know, it's such a weird device. I don't know if I can just gut it out and... the annoying thing is, right, I have another one. I've got a blue one, and I've also got a green one I had, which I junked from Imran. Imran gave me a green one, which was broken. Wish I'd kept it now. But it was dead, so hey ho. So what have I done? Hey Lordy, yeah. So I've now got to get a car. I can't drive it for 6 weeks, or at least 6 weeks with these broken foot and fingers. So yeah, it's just got to wait. Well, I did have a protected no claims bonus, so it's not going to hurt me too much on that. Yeah, so money's been tight, but this was... I couldn't really refuse this. This is the Ostrich and Abalone Shell. Lost Vape Centaurus. And this... I picked up this in the Decadent Vapors sale, and it was 55 or 65. That price, can't really refuse it, Well, I drove into a back of a car going from about 35 mile an hour to 0 in an instant because I didn't see the car. The sun blinded me, and yeah, I was literally feet away from the car when I put my foot on the brake, hence the broken foot. Yeah, could have been a lot worse. Could have been dead. Airbags went off, saved my life. Seatbelt was on. Could not wear a seatbelt. That's just stupid. But yeah, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. So yeah, that is it's a very nice mod. I do love abalone shell. I used to, what was it? What was the old? Is this Sigali R150? Was this Sigali R150? I can't remember. But this is nice. The ostrich leather is a bit weird. But it is evolved DNA 250C. So you can see there possibly if it focuses or not. I've customized the screens and the theme. Really nice. But it's not the most ideal thing down on the top, even though power is good on it. It's currently on. It's playing or replay, so. Whoop. Oh, okay. I need to reset my replay. So I think the easiest way to do that is just go into replay. What's this preheat? I don't know why it's got a temperature when it's in watts. That's very weird. But temperature protect mode. Preheat. Why is it asking for preheat on a replay mode? That's very odd, isn't it? Replay ready. So yeah, this literally came today after getting it on a weekend in the weekend hardware sale. A couple of people had the Drag X and the Drag S and a couple of other bits they had there. So I had this in the box. This will be the last bit of kit I'm gonna have for a little while. The I was using a DNA 250 C in this thing, in the Thor 2, but this button it's gone really odd, really quite sticky, and yeah, I don't really know what's up with it, so I'm gonna have to take it apart and have a good look, because it was coming out the other week. That was one of the issues I had the other week, that there was no click in it at all, because this had come out a little bit. The button's still very clicky in there. Maybe it just needs that little bit of extra tape, you know what I mean, for the button. I wonder if I can use some of this. we're going to find a pair of scissors amongst all these boxes and boxes of tablets I've got here. At the moment I'm rattling. Let's have a look. How big is that? Well, let's give it a little go. See what we can do. I think this is going to be a bit big. But hey, worth a go. Although I do have to find the bottom part of it. Not quite sure where the battery door has gone for it. Can't be far. It's probably on my desk somewhere. Yeah, so this button has become just a little loose. Maybe it just needs a bit of roughing up. That's what it could be as well. The new Pulse 2. Tidy. I'm possibly thinking of well, what was that? The Vandy Vape. No, is it Vandy Vape? The Chillin 2 Mini. Love the Chillin Mini. Chillin 2 Mini. I think it's gonna have to be done. It is a little cracker. Let's have a little wet and dry on the outside of this button. Gotta be careful of that lip. I don't need to take a lot off. So yeah, I don't think I'm cut out for a career in stunt driving. Let's just say that it's probably the best thing. Gotta say, gives me a better respect for the people who do that in movies and stuff. Gee whiz. This could very well turn into an ASMR video. Right then. I don't think this is going to work because I don't think it's going to screw in far enough. Oh, I think that's taken the edge off it. That's kind of worked. Hey, Sloan. But now there's not enough movement at all in that button. Maybe I can... Maybe now I've just shaved a bit off the edges, I don't need that tape in there. Tetley, evening. Evening, Sloaney. And yeah, Sloaney, mine came. My doodah came. You know? My doodah I was talking about the other day came, and yeah. Very, very happy with it, and it looks lush. And this abalone shell doesn't have the screw pieces that the carbon fibres and stuff have, which is really nice. So, if I think this doesn't work, what I might do is go old school and put some... Oh, that's better. I was going to say, go old school and put some fishing line underneath the thread. Does anybody remember that? Using cotton or fishing line around threads to just give that extra bit of seal and you know, to stop the depth of screw fittings. Anyway, bear with me a sec. It has to be here. Has to be here. Unless... There we go. Sorted. One molly cell later. This is a weird one. I don't know why it does it. Sometimes the contact doesn't make it. Come on. And I'll press it a couple of times and I'll get to this screen, and maybe after a couple of presses it just goes black and needs to reset. Now, this is the tank from the Brunhild, which I have over here, which I'm still a bit disappointed with the battery rattle. So I wonder if this will fit on the Centaurus nicely. PTFE is that's like planned, you know. It's not ghetto. Ghetto is a thing you're looking for anything anywhere. Or the other one is what's the other thing? Just to get that extra fraction of a millimetre. For the teeth. What do they call it? You know what I mean. Dental floss. The number of mods I've used dental floss on the threads with years ago. Oh my gosh. Too many. But it works. Too much information, Sloan. Yeah, so there's no overhang there, is there? That's quite well done. Although I am gonna get a... Oh, hang on a sec. Yes, no. There we are. Replay ready. Replay menu. That's a bit of a fiddle. So yeah, I'll be mixing and matching things a bit. The Chroma A kit with the Chroma. No, she goes straight to the tape. The Chroma A kit is quite nice actually. It's got a decent battery capacity on it. It's definitely an all-dayer. But I think this coil has gone a bit now. I got a week of chaining out of it. It's gone a bit dark in there now. Oh dear me. It's definitely burnt now. 30 watts, 1.6 ohm. Not good. Oh dear. Back to this then. I know this coil is starting to go, so good thing about the old crown. Just take it out. That coil is gone. There it goes. Ta-da! Now, this is the question. Do I stick in this? Or do I because I found it the other day, do I go the route of the magic white screwdriver of Crown 1 RBA? What should I do? Shall I just go for stock for convenience now, rather than bugger up my finger? Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's the way to do it. Because I deserve it. Okay. A bit of tissue, let's... because it's a little dry. Take any juice on that pinned on the bottom there. Not that it's going to be there for long. So how is everybody these days? How has everybody been for the last 2 weeks? Like I said, I really wasn't up to doing a show last week. After the crash, as you can understand, oh my gosh, that O-ring was not nice. But that there now is 100% better, though I do think I want to get that totally clean. I need let's have a look. Let's see if I can do it with this. That is very gunky. Oh, I did clean it up the other day. Your roof has been condemned. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Sloan. But, you know, at the end of the day, you still got your health. That's the usual phrase, isn't it? And do you know what? I'm very happy for my health. Health could be the only thing you've got. And not being... Well, I don't want to sound like I'm being too blasé about it, but you know, it could be worse. Life can be a real rotter, can't it? But you just gotta make the best of it, turn it around, and do what you can with it. Which is just what I've done with this crown. So, next step, Jibs. Kimber's Applecotch Pie Higgy Sigs will now taste like Applecotch Pie by Higgy Sigs. That's what's in there, which is a little dark, but I don't think it's too bad. Let's fill it up down the side. There we are. Prime the coils. Before people says, "Oh, you don't need to prime the coils." Nah. What's the point in doing that for? What are you doing there? Why prime the coils? I've always primed my coils. Thank you very much. Whatever coils they are. And why not? What's the worst that can happen? Get a bit of juice in there, blow it out. Gee. Some people. What I'd like to know is how to tighten up this blooming airflow ring. That would be nice. And this'll go back on there, I think. See as I totally buggered up that coil in this thing. Oh, that click wasn't good, and that click was from my good hand. So what is everybody on today anyway? What are you all on? Sloaney, I know what time of the month it is, but I'm sure you can throw anything in the room and let people know what's about. That's what the doctor looked at me the other day. He looked at my kidneys and he wasn't impressed. I said I got diabetes. He said, well, you don't got the best kidneys, but you don't got the worst. I'm thinking, is that good or bad? And I just thought, oh, I take that as good then. I'm still breathing. I could, very easily could not have been. I'll give that 2 minutes. So yeah, I will just wait for a couple of bits and bobs to come back. There's obviously the 4mm tank. If I can't get out of the car, if I can't find it, I couldn't find it when I looked. Because 2mm in this thing is a pain. You've got to do in-flight refueling all the time. Just keep constantly filling it, and taking it out, and pulling back the doodah, and putting some more juice in there. And now I've got the rebuildable deck for it, which that is a game changer for this thing. Really nice mod of the Vapor Esso PM80SE single battery. This is on 10 watts and it's like 0.73 ohm. And yeah, lovely flavour on it. Really good on the fruity stuff, the fruity flavours. But the stock Coils is, again, I don't know what it is about Vapor Esso, but fruity flavours are all the stock Coils, fruity and menthol, all they really want to pick up. Oh well. So yeah, like I said, in-flight refueling. I'm on Higgy's Tart and Sweet on that one. It's a 2mm tank, and what I've done is I've got in there as far as I could with a spike to try and pull out some more plastic to give me a little bit more than 2mm. This TPD thing is such a pain when it comes to pods, and I mean, oh my gosh, what a waste. What a absolute waste. Come on, get in there. Right, the other accessory I want to try and get for this is the VXV RDTA top you can get for it. That's going to be an interesting one. I've seen them. They do it for the drags as well. What is that? So let's get some controversy going. Facebook. Ooh, this new version is. I'm not impressed. Does anybody actually like the new version of Facebook? Anytime I forget about my fingers, I'm like instantly regretting it. Oh, Dog Modium. That's just wrong. Yeah, so this week is an odd week where Holster hasn't broken anything because it's been me. A car, foot and an arm. He's probably broken something. He hasn't said anything about it, that's what it is. Oh, slowly I start to feel bleh. Bleh. So yeah, I thought I'd just come on and fill an hour so I can show that I'm alive and I'm happy. And do you know what? I'm not sure about my shows anymore. You know, I did say I was going to have a think about whether I'm going to keep doing them. I think it's going to be a case of I'll do a show when I feel like it. I will let people know via the Cloud Hub and my group, but no, and it's the other show, the iVlog show. I love doing the game show, but you know, by the time I finish that, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, at the moment I just can't focus on doing something like that. But yeah, I've got to have a think of what's best. Ace of Vape has a rig mode. Rig Pig 135. That's not too bad. Just a bit steep, I think. Oh, funny thing is, when I emptied the car the other day, I found that. I've been looking for that for quite a while. It definitely needs a wet and dry and a clean. And maybe a nail polish. And it's got the old little squonky tiny RDA in it. Okay, what we got here? Is it new? Yes, new. Is it 30 watts? No, it's going back down to 20. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to get another car then. So I get paid for the car. I'll dump all the money into my savings account for a month or maybe 2 months, depending on the healing on my fingers and so on, and then I'll get a car. Just gonna be annoying not being able to drive. So good in a way that there's no Vape Expo in November, because God knows I would have gone there. Now, how do I save this puff? Save puff. There we are. Yeah, that is one of the things. I mean, I've got a choice of a couple of models, basically. I've got the Skoda Fabia, which is the same as the Seat Altia XL, which the missus has got. Exactly the same body, which is the same as the VW something or other. They're all exactly the same shell. Because, you know, it's a part of the same group in there. So I'll probably do that. But the car is a Cat B, so I guess it could have been done. It wasn't a complete write-off, but nah, ain't nobody got time for that. Well, some people have, mechanics, but seeing as I just want to get a new car, I'll just have to look around, and they give me a fair price, 3.3. So I put a couple of thousand towards it and get well, there's something about insurance groups and car tax in there. If you've got a car from 19, if you've got a car from 2017 onwards, there's a higher rate depending on whatever year and stuff. So I've got to choose something between 2010 and 2017. So I'm probably looking at a 2014, 2015, same as what I had. And it's probably going to cost me about 6, 5, 6, something like that. Worth getting. The same model-ish. Insurance then is going to be the same group, same tax group. 20 quid to tax a year. That'll do me. I'd be happy with that. As long as, you know, I got protection, so it shouldn't bump my price up at all. I just do not, do not want to crash again. So quite a few peeps in. Yeah, who's actually awake? Tetleymans and Sloan, I can see. Tetleymans and Sloan are nattering away. Guessing Lordy's possibly still about. Yeah, need Sloan's talents. There's a bit of a slow ramp on this thing, isn't there? Brightness. Replay. Puffed save playing. Warmth 5. That's the thing, see, it comes down a bit of a small market, doesn't it, if you're just doing your own. Yeah, so what else did I get? I was looking at my bank and thinking, I got this much left, I got this much coming out this month. What shall I do? So I did finally take the jump, and I went to Hype and I bought four packs of you know, the mix packs. I bought 4 mix packs of these nick pouches. So they've been sent. Hopefully they'll be here in a couple of days, and then hopefully I'll be able to get some reviews done for Tetleymans website, because I can't finish this review on this yet because I need a 4mm tank. I didn't. All the codes were for buying single packs and stuff, or buying big multi packs of 10, which I didn't really want to do. But at the end of the day, for what they are, you know, £3.50 for a pack isn't a big price. Isn't something that I'd be too annoyed at. And some people, I've mentioned these pouches on a couple of shows, and people have reacted not that enthusiastic about it. Yeah, but it's not vaping. No, but I know it's not vaping, but it is a good alternative for where you can't vape or can't smoke. What are you going to do? Suck your own ass? It's just, you know, like I was down the hospital, couldn't vape down the hospital, being checked out. What do? Pop it open. Still got a couple left. Pop it open, stick it under your mouth, and there you are for hour and a half, depending on the strength. Sorted. Yeah, I got all my batteries back. They're fine. The 10 Sony VTC5s were reconditioned soldered batteries, so they just had the plates taken off. But all the other ones, the other 2 strange ones, were brand spanking new. They've done quite well for what they are, and all the mollies are mollies. You know, they can't go wrong with them. No, not really, Tetleman. After a while, you don't really know they're there. Yes, I know. And I've got a couple of these. I bought a job lot of these Mojos 50mg. They probably last about 200 puffs, literally, and they bin. That's the ones that work. I think like a quarter of the box don't even work. They're not too bad. Obviously a bit rough on the tops, but if you're going to stick them in a mod, it doesn't really matter. There were 1 or 2 which were, I think 2 of them were a bit deformed, so I kind of put that pair together on the side, and I'll probably not use them. But for that price, it was ridiculous price, wasn't it? Yeah, it's weird because they've got different strengths, 1, 2, 3, 4, and some have got other, you know, scoring. But what I'll do is I'll give a couple a go. I'll make up a template. I think I'm going to put. I think I'm going to do them on my Instagram as well. I'm going to do quite a bit of photography on my Instagram around them. I put this up twice. One was on the way back from. I put one of these on the way back from London Expo. I had like 3 snooze companies retweeted and shared and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, that was interesting. And they weren't Zen either. There was some other company. But it might be worth spending a couple more pennies on other ones. Some of the others Sloan. Because it is literally pennies, isn't it? At the end of the day. Put a big enough order in, and it's good. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Relics. I'm not sure. I mean, these are supposed to be lemon pie, I think. Not the best lemon pie, but it is lemon pie all the same. I'm just looking at this. I wonder if this would be too stupidly big for this. Yeah. Well, saying that, it's not. I don't think it'd be uncomfortable. It's not overbalancing it. I'm going to have to rebuild that though, because it's a bit scummy. What else have I been using this week? I've been using my my Enzo as well. The Enzo is on charge somewhere. He says, looking at charges and everything on his desk. There he is. Yeah, there's the Enzo. So I've been using this with Berry. I've also been using this little Trinity Alpha, because this has been working. Uses the Nord Coils. I think these were like $6 for that, plus comes with 2 pods and I think 2 coils. Can't really fault it. Stick some CBD in it. Just some cheap low 30 milligram CBD. Not bad flavour actually. Let me see. Yeah, I've refilled that. I thought it was going to be a really nasty flavour, but to be honest, to be fair, it's pretty good. Oh. That's the other thought. If I keep this show down to a 1 hour a week now, I'm not going to be knackered. I can get some sleep. I think that's one thing I've been lacking for quite a while. Is good old Zeds. You know? I think when was the last time I had some good sleep? I've had some good sleep with these tablets, mind, but that's just the painkillers. But proper sleep, not for a little while. So let's cut this show down. Let's call it a night. I did say I was going to do a short one tonight. Oh, then again, let's just do another bit longer. Which ones they go for the hype? I'll tell you now. I don't know, it's not there. Hype. Hype is on their way. Congratulations on making your first purchase. Take me to your newest deals, competitive prices, free shipping. Here we are. So I had to order total 55.56, free shipping. The strong mix pack pouches, the midsummer mix pack, the mix pack menthol, and the beginner mix pack. Well, Holtz has been doing his garden today. He's dug it up and relayed, what they call it, turf. And he said, move this today, 3 ton of dirt. I think, yeah, I know where you come from there, because where the shed is, that was a good 4 foot off the ground. There was a wall, a retaining wall, right where the front of the shed is. From there right back was dirt. And back about 15 to 20 years ago, I had to dig all that up. I dug it all out, and we found out that the person who lived here before had buried a dog in the garden and put the dog in black bags. So the black bag kind of held this decomposing dog, and as I was going through it, nobody knew about it. I snipped the bag with an axe, a pickaxe, and the bag opened a bit, and the stench, oh my gosh! You know when people say that smells like a dead dog? Dead dogs smell bad. So I must have. There's got to be a calculator somewhere to work out how much dirt it was. So it's probably about 4.5 foot by 10 foot by 8 foot of dirt. 20 years, Tetleyman, at least, because we'd been there for a while. Not good. Anyway, let's move off that topic because I'm going to start to feel sick and gag. Anyway, I think let's see if we can stalk. Let's see if I can stalk my order. I've navigated to a page that doesn't exist. Okay. My order's been shipped. Oh yeah, let's track the order. And it's been sent by UPS. Scheduled delivery Friday the 28th by the end of the day. Where is it? It's currently in Malmö, Sturp in Sweden. And it's actually left at 10:30 tonight. Who knows where it'll be in the morning? Yeah, this could have been a lot worse. This Kick CBD. It's not very strong. It's got a funny taste to it, but it does actually taste like mixed berry, which it's supposed to be. And to be honest, I've been a bit unimpressed with the juices I've got left, kept down here, if you know what I mean. Because a lot were in the car and a lot went up the shed out of the way. I'm starting to think, oh, why didn't I keep that down here? Why didn't I keep that down here? I seem to have quite a few bottles of either Hive Max VG or I think it's like 4 bottles of Higgies I brought down to try and enjoy, because they're not my favourite Higgies flavours, you know what I mean? But I just couldn't get on with them. I've now completely finished my Purple Tears last litre. I'm down to my last litre. I have no idea what I'm going to do after that. Well, I do. I know that there's a saltwater taffy flavouring, so I think I'm going to be looking for some DIY stuff. The other thing I want to do is that I want to get back onto my my DIY banana tobacco. I did a really nice banana tobacco about a 12 month ago. Didn't make a lot of it. Only made about 250 to 300 mil, and it was really nice. It's gone. It just had that. It was quite strong on the banana, just that hint of tobacco to give it a tobacco flavour. And it was a nice mellow vape. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I didn't write the recipe down. It was very much of, oh, okay, let's try 10 mil of this, and let's try 20 mil of this, and a bit of this, but yeah, it's nuts. Nuts and toffees. Where's that gone? Where's my cursor? That's odd. I don't know why, but my downloads all stopped. Let's try this. Sloan, behave. And the phone goes ping. Oh, man. Oh, God. Imran Khan is very funny sometimes. Very, very funny. Hursine, good to see you. Have you just arrived, or have you been lurking? I do love Hursine. He is 1 in a million. Yeah, I really do hate that many people. Just joking. Good. Well, I was just going to do another... I'll do another quarter of an hour, just chatting rubbish, as I do. So now it's pick on the last person that comes into the room time. What are you using, Hursine? Jigsaws. What's this joke now? No. Save it for another time. You're on a Preco tank, the Preco disposable. Gotta say, can't fault you. I went through. I had one of them to review, right? And I went through 480ml of juice, and the flavour just started to die off. And 500ml, you know, the next 20ml killed it. But, you know, half a litre of juice through one. I didn't have it high power. I was only like 30-40 watts because, you know, that's all I use. Fairly low. And it just went through the juice like nothing. Like, went through all the juice like water. Lasted ages. No burning taste. Nothing nasty from it. Coils a decent mesh in it. Airflow was really good on it. Can't really fault the Preco. Can't fault it at all. Compared to, oh my gosh, what was the other one I had? There was another disposable. It was the Tesla One disposable. Fuck me. I went through 30ml of juice and it had died within 30ml. I thought, oh, that's probably just an odd cartridge. Tried another one. Barely made 30. Preco's really good. The OGs are not too bad either, mind. The, is it My Mate? Is it Mate OG? Is it Blitz? Possibly. They're not bad. I went through about 300ml in one of them. The second batch, that is, because the first batch, all the tops twisted right off and snapped the plastic. Really bad flaw in them, but yeah, they are really pretty good. Keep one in the glove box, like in case you trash your tank or break the glass or burn your coil by sitting on it. Now I found an old hard drive. This is a Western Digital My Book World, and it's a 1TB drive. So decided to look on it, and it's got like a backup of all my DivX movies, my MP4s, and I've got a copy of all of these in multiple places. So at the moment I'm taking them from this to another portable drive because this is a NAS box type effort. And once that's done, I'm going to cross-check them with my main movie folder on this machine and delete the rest because they're probably crap. A lemon cheesecake. Stick the recipe up on ELR, or you know, the ELR and e-liquid recipes. Let me mod her scene anyway. Why not? There you are. Her scene's a spanner. Not that anybody wanders in this channel that often and causes crap, other than Cheech. Aha! Alan Partridge. Yeah, I know some of these movies are going to be crap ones as well. Now, who... Oh, right. Ow. Bloody hell, my fingers. Just squeeze this thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the big controversy is, am I going to lose this nail? What do you think? Do you think I'm going to keep it, or do you think I'm going to lose it? I think I'm just about going to keep it. The top of the finger was numb the other day, and it was just pulsing and throbbing. It's not too bad today. But I think I'm going to keep hold of it. They grow back anyway. Well, as well as the car crash, on the Wednesday I had a tooth out. And that's been giving me issues. I thought it was dry socket at first, with the pain. But they said, no, it's healing up fine. It just must be some kind of reaction to the anaesthetic that we've put in. Because all of where the anaesthetic acted, all this area here was just in pain. So... painkillers for that, painkillers for everything else. Eugene, did I keep vaping? I did. Now, I vaped the last time I had a tooth out as well. Doesn't tend to do a lot. You're welcome, Hersing. Doesn't tend to do a lot. It's not as if you're really drawing on it like a cigarette. You know, it's literally... And because of the swelling inside this mouth anyway, it kind of guards that anyway. Because it's all swollen up inside, so it only goes back down this side anyway. And it is a light draw. I think it was on this thing. You know, so it was a case of... just a bit into the mouth. And... what am I saying? Yeah, nothing too sucky. Well, you know, people have been talking about vaping paracetamol and stuff. Obviously, you've got some of these caffeinated juices. And a couple of years ago, there was a juice with, what is it? The stuff that makes you go to sleep. There was a juice called dopamine, which had traces, but that was debunked. But there was a juice that had, I can't remember what the chemical was, but it had trace elements of this stuff that makes you go to sleep. Which was interesting, because I think they pulled that eventually as well. Melatonin, that is the one. It did have traces of melatonin in it. I can't remember what it was called. It was a big company in America. But I'm going to find out. Google Foo, come on. Sweet Dreams Sleep E-Juice. I think this might have been it. Vapor Boost, Sweet Dreams. In South Africa, well, thanks for wandering in. Good to see you from South Africa. Yeah, no, I had 4 juices from a company which had, is it 4? It's the same brand that does the Asu and stuff. I think me and Chris both had sets, and we both did a live review with them about a year ago. They weren't that good. You didn't notice the caffeine in it. The flavours are very strong, mind. Yeah, I was up in Smoker Show, yeah. That's that. I do have the, what's the word for it? My guilty pleasure is either watching the Smoker Show or watching Grim Green's lives. Vupu V-Mate kits, 14.15, not bad deal for a standard kit. I did see some company doing ego battery kits for £8 or $8 the other day, and you know, I'm still a strong believer of older hardware works just as well if with the right juice. You know, you put a 50-50 juice, a 50-50 Nick Salt in an old Ego CE3, CE4 setup, and it can work just as well and be just as satisfying to a new vapor as, you know, these expensive kits. And the issue is, you know, by the time you get into retail, they're going to be 12, 13, 14 quid. And then they're reaching up to the point where you can get some of the other kits, like the Vupu Drag X and Drag S kits were 15 quid on Decadent Vapors on the weekend. So it's a difficult one there. So Eugene, where in South Africa are you from? Well, that's pretty much exact. That's exact Tetleymans. You know what? Essentially, the old Sig Likes used to be, you know, with the Cardos and the Carter tanks. They were the pod kits of the time. They were. You used to buy the battery. You used to get the really cheap kits, the really cheap kits when they went from like $150 down to stupid money. When people didn't want to pay for like 50, 80 to 80 quid for, or $50, $80 for a dual battery Ego kit. They had these batteries which were like a cigarette. I think I got them somewhere. And you had a really small bridged atomizer, which had the coil, and that was it, very small. And then the bridge, you had this plastic thing which held the liquid, which was in a sort of gel, and it had a a piece of metal or metallized with plastic on the other side that you pierced. So you put it in there, you pierced it in, and yeah, that was like having a pod. And you think there's nothing in it, nothing's been really innovative for the last however many years. You look at the case where we're going back to Jenny's and we're using cables and stuff. What have we had innovative? We had the maze. The maze was quite innovative, being a circular sandwiched coil. And if anybody remembers, I was talking about that style of coil. Oh, it must have been ages before they actually brought it out. And when it came out, I thought, bloody hell, I should have done something with that. But I've still got ideas for a tank. I still got really good ideas for this tank, and most of you I've mentioned it to. And if it comes out, I don't care who brings it out. Great. I still like to do it myself, or get somebody to do it for me. But it would be a single coil, really easy to wick. It would be leak proof, good airflow. But the main thing is it would be a really simple thing to wick. And just the way it wicks, it would be ridiculous. To wick this thing, you'd wick it and you think, easy, job done. But it is quite debatable. Mesh coils. Now, I never had a single issue with my Chillin Mini, and this is why I'm dying to get hold of the Mini too, because I love the Mini, just like I love more single coil stuff. I prefer a single coil over a dual. You couldn't exactly dual coil the Tiny, but let's have a look. You know, the recurve is still a really cracking bit of kit. I don't think anybody complain on that one. The recoil being a nice dripper. Probably fits on you quite nice, but I have no idea where my black one is. Damn. I think a black recurve would look really nice on that. But you know, single coil, cracking. Wasp Nano, single coil, cracking. The Derringer, if anybody remembers, that was a really nice one as well. Nice single coil, very small. And like this tiny thing here, let me stick a battery in it. I can't because it's blooming seized. Well, I've still got one in a box somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. And I got the multi-pack, and it had all the different. It had an Altum top, steel top, copper top. Tetleymans. I don't know why you're laughing. Oldies but goodies. That's what it is. That's the thing. Grim Greens as his retro time. I think it should be called Oldies but Goodies. And yeah, it was literally about a centimetre taller down there. And oh man, single coil, small, really good airflow. And you know, being a dripper, it didn't have a massive capacity, but the flavour on it was absolutely nuts. The vapour production was insane. Very similar to this little thing. You know, you've seen the clouds come off this, haven't you? Yeah. This has got a squonk pin in, but let's stick it on something which is broken anyway. See, I said I was going to stop after an hour, and I just kept rattling on. Rattle, 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 rattle. Okay, so 25 watts. Let me put some juice on here. This is only 60-40. This is 60-40 juice. 60-40 juice. And 60-40 juice, 25 watts. There you are. 25 watts. I kid you not. You don't need something massive to make massive clouds. Even get that dodgy wick with it. Exactly, and you see this. Let me find a... Yeah, let me find a normal size drip tip. There we are. So this is quite a small drip tip actually. That's the size of this. Not much bigger than a drip tip. There's a 510 drip tip. Forget the metal part at the bottom. It's the same height as the 510. Actually, it's got a smaller outer diameter than it as well. Only thing is, it'll only take 10 drops of liquid. This cotton inside here is bogging. It is. I've actually got... Bear with me a sec. Yeah. It's the Demon Killer Tiny mod. So basically, the premise of these is a 0.8 coil. So 0.8 coil, 800 mAh battery, I think it is. Looks like a starboard mod. Obviously comes in that little pouch which you can put on your neck. Away you go. Now, the amount of cotton that you need for this is insanely small. You can see it's basically the same sort of setup as a Wasp Nano. That's what it is. It's basically a 1 centimeter. It's a 10mm Wasp Nano. You could probably run this on an old Ego battery. I mean, I've seen smaller clouds at cloud comps. You know, it is. It's definitely a nice little well, what's the word for it? You could call it a toy, or you could call it a gimmick. But I'm sorry, if you're out and about and you got one of these which is fully charged hanging around your neck. Okay, it's a bit sad to have it. Well, maybe it's not quite sad. Got a bottle of juice in your pocket. Away you go. It does the job. Go watch it, don't cloud the camera out. But as well as that, because it's a 0.8 coil, you're good for nick salts as well. Insane, absolutely insane clouds. I got one of these up the shed, still in the box. I think I've got the other colour. There was like blue and a red. This one is the red. I think the blue one must be up the shed. But you know, you've got people saying, "Oh, you need this massive mod with 4 batteries, quad 21700 hammer of God with a what the fuck Valhalla massive thing on the top, or a Colorado." I'm fine, thank you. I have to put these on charge now, don't I? Definitely have to put that one on charge. Tart and sweet. Good flavour as well, gotta say, not just good clouds. You can still get them. You can still get them about Tetley. They are still about if you have a look. Should we have a look now? Let's have a look for the Demon Killer Tiny. Demon Killer Tiny kit. There we are. DJ LSB did a review of it. That's pretty cool. Demon Killer Tiny Starter Kit, free 30ml liquid. Go smoke free. I bet that's probably not still in stock as it says. Oh, it is in stock, but it's 39 quid. I think mine was about 20 quid I paid for mine. No, they're out of them. Fogworks. Chopper vapes, 19 quid. We can still do better. Let's have a look. Yeah, I know they had them quite cheap as well with GearBest. I think it was GearBest. I bought just the RDA only. Amazon unavailable. Vape bargains, £22.34, GearBest. I haven't bought from GearBest for quite some time. They've got the resin one in stock. I'd definitely go for the resin one over the plain colours. I mean, they've got this on the back of them. They've got the Demon Killer logo, which I'm not sure it might even scratch off. I haven't really tried. But it's pretty cool. $14 at Fast Tech. Is that for the resin ones? Discontinued everywhere on Fast Tech, unfortunately. How much is that chopper vapes? 19 quid. You got the resin, black, blue, or red. I definitely go for the resin. They've got the blue and the black resin in stock. Sloan will tell you whether it's reliable or not. The good thing is about this pack, okay? Basically, you get everything in the pack. So you get the mod, the lanyard, you get the RDA, you get a spare top for it, you get the Ultim, and you get the white plastic. You get a pack of 10 coils, especially so they're already made and shaped to go in there. They've got a slight curve to to it. They are a little bit shaped, and you know, teeny pack of cotton, and you literally need, you know, when you're trimming your cotton for your other RDAs, that is as little as cotton as you need to do one of these a couple of times. And you get a squonk pin, so if you want to put on something else and use it as a little squonk RDA, you can do that. And you get that all the screwdrivers, spare screws, all that sort of stuff. It does actually show you what you get. And it all comes in this little, carry pack. So you get this little box, and it's got everything else inside it. Charge cable, 2 O-rings, 10 coils, squonk pin, 4 spare screws for the top of the RDA. I would say, Tetley, if I'm going and you want something new and you want something to play with, you've seen how good they work. The only thing I would say is the tops can get quite warm, and you're literally going to have to, at the very top, to suck it, and they're quite easy to flood, so you literally do need to put just a couple of drops in every now and then. Really good for testing flavours because of how much wick you've got to replace every time. And what are the good things about it? Yeah, being a 0.8 coil, batteries last for yonks. Yeah. Are you sold? Are you sold on it yet? Although looking at this pack, it only shows one of the top caps. And they are they are quite thin plastic. You know, you can squeeze it. Saying that, if you ever broke it, you could probably make one out of a 510 drip tip. You know, you take that off, I'm pretty sure you could probably maybe not quite. Why not, Tetley? Why? Mouth along it, no problem. Do you want to stick the link in chat for Herstein to buy one as well? You probably want one. And this is the funny thing. I've literally got a bottle there, right, with the smallest amount of purple tears, and I can sit back and relax now and just put the last couple of drops in here. Literally drip a couple of drops of this and enjoy the dregs of that bottle that I would have thrown out. With a good flavour. And it is such a good, I would say, this has probably got as good as flavour, if not better, than recurve and the anything I've got on my desk. This has probably got the best flavour of any of these things I've got. The pods, the even with when this had a new coil in it, that was a really good flavour. The Zenith A, the Chroma A kit, but bang, it's it is, and you can vape this. You can get a good 7 or 8 hits off a really sodden drip. And my Apple Mac has just decided to restart itself and look for updates. And it's, even though I haven't got the account set up on it, it's just good updating itself. It's after them couple of hits, top's starting to get a bit warm. How many hits are there? That's 6, 7. The only thing you've got to avoid is, like I said, dripping too much in it, and you'll flood it, and it'll either come out the sides, or as you're sucking it, you will suck the juice up the sides of the inside because it's so small. If you click on the picture that shows you what you get in the kit as well, I don't think I've ever seen a kit that's been more complete than it is. It has, it's got everything in it, right down to the squonk pin, square, 10 coils. When was the last time you bought an RDA or mod or anything? When was the last time you ever bought anything that came with 10 coils pre-made? And these are still the same coils that were put in these originally. You don't need to replace the coils. They just keep going and going. I still haven't dripped on this yet. It's starting to get a little bit dry now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Still 27 quid. So that price for it, slowly, even that price is a good price for a complete dripping kit. And because it's a 0.8 coil, the battery, even though it's a small battery, physically, it is a decent capacity, I think. Let's have a look what it says. 800 mAh battery. 800 mAh, it'll last you a day. Okay, so it's literally starting to go dry now. Let me try something. Let me see if I can find my build kit. Let's do a little build. Let me move some stuff off my desk so you can see what I'm doing. There's an idea of size. There's the Trinity. It's about the same thickness as the Trinity, but 1.5 centimeters shorter. Right. Okay. Let me get this down to the desk and the mess. Aha, here you are. Just can't get it. That's small enough to show you. Okay. So, there we are. That's how small it is. We will have autofocus. It's literally, that is all the cotton for this thing. Let's dry braid him off a bit. There we are. You can see how deep the well is for what it is. You know, fair. Like I said, it's just like a wasp. So this here will be way too much cotton for it. So even like there, so there's my finger. That's going to possibly be too much cotton. Right, we'll give it a go. So there we are. It is. It's I'd say it's a joke, but I don't mean it disrespectfully, you know. It's comedic. Can you see it? Can you see how little cotton there is? And they just tuck in under. That's normal. Possibly need to cut them off a little bit more, but I'll tuck it underneath the coil. People with proper eyes will probably get better mileage. I'll just pull this out just a touch. There we are. Job done. Yeah, there goes my early night, but I'm on a roll. there comes my remnants of this juice I like. But you'd be surprised how much mileage you get from just a couple of drops. You know, it does, like I said, it takes about 10 drops to fill the wick and whatever's left in there. So you're nowhere near the TPD limits, which is the funniest part, because drop down. Oh, scary. Well, this bottle is well and truly empty now. I think I might have put a bit too much juice in there. Like I said, if you put too much juice in it, you'll flood it a bit. Lovely job. So there we are. You know, I did get, I found that little wisp of cotton to go in it. I was going to show you how much of a Muji or puff square it would take, but you know, you could do this like a dozen, maybe 20 times on one of those, on a puff, on a Muji. And I think my early night is going to come now. So I'm going to close it off. Good night, everybody. And yeah, be glad when tomorrow comes. That's all I'll say, because you've got to be grateful of everything. I am, since the car crash. Yeah, click on the thumbs. I do appreciate it. I've always been a little channel for people who want to turn up and just watch and chill out. So catch us maybe next week, maybe the week after, same time. Adios.